Kumusta? Sana'y nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. I'm again your teacher Nel, your science teacher for today. In our previous discussion, we discussed about mixtures and their characteristics. We found out also that there are two classifications of mixtures, the homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. You can identify by classifying their appearance and their characteristics. In today's video lesson, I will bring you to the world of solution, a homogeneous mixture. So what I need from you is to listen this video lesson carefully and follow all what we have discussed today. Have you ever made a drink with water and a powder? How about lemonade from a mix? This is an example of solution. What does a powdered drink look like after you stir it in water? Is it all the same color and consistency? Why solution is considered as a homogeneous mixture? Watch and listen this video lesson as we continue to explore about solution. This video lesson about solution has 4 learning objectives, and these are the following. First, identify the solute and solvent in solution. Second, infer that not all solutes dissolve in all solvents. Third, recognize common household uses of solution. Fourth, perform simple experiments to show the conditions on how materials are mixed, size of particles, stirring, and temperature. Before we begin, get your notebook and pen and try to answer the 5 questions that will be projected on screen. Don't forget to pass your answers to your science teacher. Handa na ba kayo mga bata? So let's start. Directions. Identify what is asked or described in each item. Then write the letter of the correct answer in your notebook. Number 1. Which of the following is soluble in water? A. Oil. B. Sand. C. Sugar. D. Iron filings. Number 2. Which of the following is a solute? A. Soda. B. Vinegar. C. Water. D. Powdered juice. Number 3. Most of the solutes dissolved in water. What does it infer about water? A. Water is clear. B. Water is colorless. C. Water is tasteless. D. Water is a universal solvent. Number 4. Which statement below is correct about solution? A. It is a mixture of substances that evenly spreads out. B. It is a mixture of substances that can be easily separated. Letter C. It is a mixture of substances that will not dissolve in water. Letter D. It is a mixture of substances that has 2 or more appearances. Number 5. Which of the following will spread evenly when mixed with water? A. Rice. B. Sand. C. Sugar. D. Mung beans. This time, let us unlock the terms used in this video lesson. Solute is a substance that dissolves. Solvent is a substance with dissolving capability. Solution is a mixture of 2 or more substances that evenly spreads out and cannot be easily separated. Soluble, a substance that can be dissolved in a liquid. insoluble, a substance that cannot be dissolved in a liquid. Try to do the next activity about solution. Make sure you have your notebook and pen with you. Your answers will be collected by your science teacher. The activity entitled Complete the Missing Me. Directions: analyze carefully the pictures found in the next slides that best describe a solvent, solute, and solution. Choose the pictures below to complete the missing term. Write your answer in your notebook. The pictures are lemon juice powder, sweet tea, chocolate powder, and vinegar. Keep this in mind that solvent is a substance with dissolving capability. It can dissolve another substance. It is a liquid in which a solute is dissolved to form a solution. Water is a universal solvent. Examples are water, milk, and vinegar. Solute is a substance that dissolves in a solvent in order to form a solution. It is a smaller component that changes its state in forming a solution. Normally, in a solution, solutes are in a lesser amount than solvents. Examples are sugar, salt, powdered juice, and chocolate powder. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of one or more liquids or with one or more substances. It is made up of two or more substances mixed together and form a new substance. It is evenly spread out and not easily separated. Examples are salty vinegar, a solution of salt and vinegar, lemonade juice, a solution of water and powdered juice. What is the K difference of solute and solvent? The K difference between solvent and solute is that the solute is the one to be dissolved while solvent is responsible for dissolving it. Let us explore more about solution. This time, let us perform different activities for us to understand about this lesson. Gentle reminder, if you will perform this activity at home, please ask assistance from your parents or guardian. Task number 1, entitled Stir and Stir Me Not. Problem: what factor affects the solubility of a substance in a solvent?
Task number 1, entitled Stir and Stir Me Not. Materials required: 2 glasses, a salt, water, and a spoon. Procedure: let us fill half of these 2 glasses. So this is glass A and this is glass B. Let's pour the water into half. And let's put 1 spoon in each glasses.
glass A and glass B. Okay? After that, glass A, we have to mix the solution. Observe what happens. Write your observations in your notebook. And your glass B, do not stir. Write your observations in your notebook. Answer the following guide questions in your notebook. Number 1. In which glass of water did the salt dissolve faster? Number 2. What do you think will happen if you did not stir the water in the other glass? Number 3. What made the salt particles dissolve faster? Why do you think this happened? Task number 2, entitled Behavior of Sugar in Hot and Cold Water. Problem: what factor affects the solubility of a substance in a solvent? Task number 2, entitled Behavior of Sugar in Cold and Hot Water. Materials: hot water, cold water, 2 glasses, sugar. Procedure: fill half glass A with cold water. And fill half glass B with hot water. And put 1 spoon of sugar in glass A and in glass B. Observe what happened in glass A with cold water. Observe what happened in glass B with hot water. Answer the following guide questions in your notebook. Number 1. In which glass did the sugar dissolve faster? Number 2. What made the sugar in one glass dissolve faster than sugar in the other glass? Number 3. What factor affects the sugar to dissolve faster in one glass? Task number 3, entitled Dissolving Solid in Liquid. Problem: what factor affects the solubility of a substance in a solvent? Task number 3, entitled Dissolving Solid in Liquid. Materials are the following: water, powder soap, bar detergent, a small piece, and 2 empty glasses. Procedure: fill half of water in glass A. And fill half of water in glass B. Put the detergent bar in glass A. And put also powdered soap in glass B. Observe what happened in glass A. Observe what happened to glass B. Which of the two dissolves faster, glass A or glass B?
Answer the following guide questions in your notebook. Number 1. In which glass did the detergent dissolve faster? Number 2. What factor affects the speed of solubility between the powdered soap? Keep this in mind that the factors or conditions affecting solubility of solutes are the following. First, the manner of stirring. The manner or way of stirring a solution increases the rate at which a solute dissolves in a solvent. Number 2, temperature of the solvent. Solubility increases in a high temperature or hot water compared to a low temperature or cold water. It is the hot water with high temperature that dissolve the sugar faster. Number 3, size of the solute particles. The size of the particles affects solubility. The larger the size of the solute particles, the more difficult it is for solvent to dissolve. Task number 4, entitled Stir Me and See. Problem: do all solutes dissolve in solvents?
Task number 4, entitled Stir Me and See. Materials: 4 glasses with water, sugar, cooking oil, sand, and soil. Also, spoon. Procedure: put 1 spoon of sugar in glass A. Put 1 spoon of oil in glass B. Put 1 spoon also of sand in glass C. And put 1 spoon of soil in glass D. Mix together glass A, the water and sugar. Observe what happened. Stir the oil and water to glass B. Observe what happened. For glass C, stir the water with sand. Observe what happened. For glass D, stir soil with water. Observe what happened.
Answer the following guide questions in your notebook. Number 1. What happened when you mixed sugar, oil, sand, and soil with water? Number 2. Do all solutes dissolve in water? Number 3. What can you infer from the activity? Keep this in mind that solute is considered soluble if an appreciable amount of it can be dissolved in a given amount of the solvent. Solute is considered insoluble if very little of it dissolves in a given amount of the solvent. Not all solutes can be dissolved in water. Some substances dissolve faster than the other substances. Other substances dissolve evenly in some solvents, while others settles at the bottom for some time. Oil, when mixed with water, form two layers. If sugar is mixed with water, the sugar disappears into the water. This is a process called dissolution. The sugar did not really disappear. Its molecules dissolved into the water that it could no longer be seen. The same happens with salt. The sugar and salt are still there because you can taste it, even though you cannot see it. The salt and sugar were dissolved completely into the water. This clear mixture is called solution. The solid materials like soap, powdered juice, powdered milk, chocolate powder, and others which is dissolved is called solute, while the dissolving medium, example water, is called solvent. Let's move on to task number 5, entitled Identify Me. Procedure number 1. Group the following household solutions or materials according to their uses: kerosene, liquid soap, perfume, LPG, muriatic acid, olive oil, soy sauce, gasoline, tea, and liquid shampoo. Number 2. Classify the household solutions as per cooking solutions, cleaning solutions, flammable solutions. Write your answer in your notebook. Your answer will be collected by your science teacher. Keep this in mind that different solutions are found at home, and these solutions are used in different ways. Examples are muriatic acid, soy sauce, shampoo, medicine syrup, and many more. This time, write in your notebook about your final insights by completing the following sentence prompts. I have learned that. I wish to ask my teacher about. Don't forget to pass your answers to your science teacher. To strengthen what you have learned, accomplish additional tasks to intensify your understanding of the lesson. Directions: answer the following question in your notebook. Number 1. List at least 5 soluble and insoluble substances found at home. Explain in not more than 3 sentences their uses. Let us assess what you have learned in this lesson by answering 10 questions that will be projected in your screen. You can pause the video for a while before you proceed on the next slide of the question for you to have time to think. Your answers will be collected by your science teacher. Let's start. Directions: identify what is asked or described in each item, then write the letter of the correct answer in your notebook. Number 1. Which of the following will spread evenly when mixed with water? A. Oil, B. Rice, C. Sand, D. Sugar. Number 2. Which of the following is soluble in water? A. Oil, B. Salt, C. Sand, D. Iron filings. Number 3. Which statement below is correct about the size of the particles that affect solubility? A. The larger particles of solute will dissolve easily in solvent. B. The smaller particles of solute will dissolve easily in solvent. Letter C. The smaller particles of solute will not dissolve in solvent. Letter D. The small and large particles will dissolve easily in solvent. Number 4. Which statement below is correct about solution? A. It is a mixture of substances that evenly spreads out. Letter B. It is a mixture of substances that can be easily separated. Letter C. It is a mixture of substances that will not dissolve in water. Letter D. It is a mixture of substances that has two or more appearances. Number 5. Tony added some sand to his aquarium. At first, the water looked cloudy. Later on, the water looked clear. Why? A. Sand float at the top. B. Sand dissolved in water. C. Sand settled at the bottom. D. Sand spreads evenly in water. Number 6. What do you call a substance with dissolving capability? A. Colloids. B. Solute. C. Solution. D. Solvent. Number 7. Which of the following below is a solvent? A. Water. B. Chocolate bar. C. Detergent powder. D. Powdered milk. Number 8. Which of the following statements is correct? A. The water and salt are both solvents. Letter B. The water is a solvent and salt is a solute. Letter C. The salt is a solvent and water is a solute. Letter D. The water and salt are both considered solutes. Number 9. What do you call a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances that evenly spreads out? A. Colloid. B. Solute. C. Solution. D. Solvent. Which of the following is not a household solution? A. LPG. B. Liquid soap. C. Muriatic acid. D. Vinegar with chili. Congratulations mga bata! You have an amazing learning journey and for sure, you have learned a lot about this video lesson. Thank you for taking time on this video and see you again in our next lesson.